It's common sense. We all know that we all do this every day to take care of our body. Body needs maintenance and protection. If you do not attend the needs of the body, then we become weak or we become sick. The body requires constant maintenance and protection. The second need is the needs of the mind. First is the needs of the body. Next is the needs of the mind. What do you think the needs of the minds are?
Other minds.
Sorry?
Other minds.
Other minds. Okay.
Happiness.
Happiness. What else?
Happiness, security, respect.
Security, respect. Good, good. Very good. Please.
Enrichment.
Enrichment. Enrichment. That's a good one. So the needs of the body we can understand. The needs of the mind, again, I'm going to categorize here the needs, the subtle needs we all have, the love, the reciprocation, right? Engagement, all these things. I'm going to categorize into again 2 subclasses here. The needs of the mind is simply the mind needs engagement and absorption. The mind needs engagement and absorption. If the mind is not engaged, idle mind is devil's workshop. One has to understand one's nature of the mind and accordingly engage the mind. Sometimes one might have a very repetitive mind. Hence, that person might make a very good elementary school teacher. Would like to repeat the same thing without getting bored. Somebody might have a creative mind. They need to be engaged in creative work. Somebody might have an exploratory mind. They need to go newer and newer, explore newer and newer things. According to one's mind's nature, the mind needs to be engaged. When the mind is engaged according to its nature, it will get absorbed so that it doesn't cause distraction. The needs of the minds are engagement and absorption. Now comes the third need, the needs of the self, the person. What do you think the needs of the self or person is?
Respect.
Respect.
To serve.
To serve.
Finding value.
Finding value. What else?
Social. Social.
Social.
Purpose.
Purpose. So great ones. The needs of the self or the needs of the person is it needs love and reciprocation from the divine. The needs of the heart is the needs of the self, the needs of the Atma, the soul, is it requires reciprocation and love and affection from the divine. So these are the 3 needs. So the needs of the self will be satisfied, its needs are fulfilled. The body will be satisfied and it's protected and taken care of. The mind will be satisfied when it's absorbed and engaged. The Atma, the person, the self, will be satisfied when it receives reciprocation, connects with the divine within. Now, the question is, how do we connect with divinity within? So, in the greater cosmic cycle, how we have 4 seasons? The spring, the summer, the fall, and the winter in a year. Like that, in a greater cosmic cycle, there are 4 ages. The golden age, which is called Satya Yuga. The silver age is called Treta Yuga. In the third age, called Bronze Age, it is called Dwapara Yuga. And then the 4th age is Iron Age, called Kali Yuga. So in this different, how we have different seasons, different clothing and different activities we have. Like that, in the greater cosmic cycle, these 4 ages, there are 4 different methods given to connect with the divinity within. That's what the Vedic wisdom says. In the Satya Yuga, the process was predominantly on meditation. One can connect with the divinity within through meditation. In the second age, the process was predominantly through various sacrifices. In the third, Dwapara Yuga, predominantly the process was through service. Then in the fourth age, the process was by chanting. Because all these other things is not fully possible to do in the current age, because current age is called quarrel and hypocrisy, the age of Kali. As I had mentioned earlier, this is the age of quarrel and hypocrisy. The process to connect with the divinity within is through chanting the mantras. Especially the mantra called Maha Mantra. That Maha Mantra is most effective when we chant in the congregation, in a group, when we chant together. We can experience the divinity within and we can connect with the divinity within. When the self is connected with the divinity within, it feels satisfied. That unlocks, that key unlocks the happiness within. This is the verdict or recommendation given in the Vedic scriptures. That's why it's mentioned, chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra will ultimately unlock the happiness within when we connect with the divinity within. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chant this Maha Mantra and experience the happiness within. Thank you very much. Any comments, any questions?
What's the difference in the first Satya Yuga meditation versus the Bhakti Kirtan? Because in that one I also feel that you focus and kind of meditate.
Yeah, that's a good one. Vishalji asked a very nice question. In the Satya Yuga it was meditation. Now mantra is also meditation. What is the difference? In the previous age, the meditation was predominantly a process called Dhyana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga. It is a mechanical process of controlling the mind. Ashtanga Yoga. Anga means limbs, Ashta means 8. There are 8 limbs to this path of this meditation yoga. That's called Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. So Yama, Niyama means the do's and the don'ts. Asana means various type of bodily sitting postures to make the body flexible, because one has to sit in one place for a long time. So various 60-70 asanas are there, is to make the body fit, when you practice those asanas, so that one can sit in a particular place for a long time. Out of that, in the end, there is only one asana is useful, called Padmasana. So then, the fourth is called Pranayama. One has to control the breathing, because even the breathing can disturb the mind. When we control our breathing, 2 things happens. The mind calms down, then we prolong our life. So the fifth is called Atyahara. Ahara means food. Atyahara means not giving food. The 5 senses we all have. Through the eyes we see, through the ears we hear, through the nose we smell, the tongue the taste, through the skin we feel. These are our senses, indriyas. When these are not given food, eyes always want to see the nice things, ears always want to hear the nice things, the nose always want to smell the nice things. When we stop giving food for these senses, because these senses are ultimately disturbing the mind. So when the food is not given up to the senses, when the senses dries up, the mind becomes stable. That's called pratyahara. When the mind is become stable, then we can concentrate the mind on something. That is called dharana. Dharana is the art of concentrating the mind on something. In the beginning stage, one might put a black dot and just focus on the dot, or put a lamp and try to focus on that lamp. That is called dharana. So then comes dhyana. When we focus the mind, after training the mind to focus on something, when we direct that mind towards the divinity within, that is called dhyana. Generally, people translate the word dhyana as meditation. And people think that you can do meditation on anything. No. The Sanskrit word dhyana is meant only for the divinity within. Dhyana means focusing on the divinity within. Concentrating on the divinity within, called dhyana. When that meditation becomes completely absorbed, it is not disturbed or stopped due to hunger, sleep, nothing bothers you. When that goes 7/24, nothing in this world can stop that absorption, the concentration on the divinity within. That stage is called samadhi. When such a yogi attains that samadhi, sees the divinity within, he is completely surrenders unto the divine and starts rendering loving service unto him. This is the process which was given in the Satya Yuga. It is very difficult to do in the current age. So the process is similar, but it's called mantra meditation, chanting this mantra. This chanting of this mantra, it's a very simple process. All we have to do is using our lips and tongue, we vibrate the sound, and then we try to hear the sound through the ears. When we do this, what happens? Automatically mind stops. Because mind can't do multiple things. When we start listening, the mind has to focus. So this sublime method of chanting this Maha Mantra is the most effective process given in the Vedic wisdom. And that is what we are all trying to do here. By Ian's inspiration, this mantra house is to help people to chant this mantra and experience the divinity within, experience joy within. Is it okay? Any other comments? Questions? Thank you. It's a good one. If not, let's start connecting within with the help of the mantra meditation. I am told. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Those of you who need to come back up, you know you are, if you're to come back up.
Where does the
Oh, that's right.
outside?
Thank you. So, for our last kirtan, we will circle back to our theme song, the Maha Mantra. You all know the drill. Hopefully by now. If not, I strongly believe you'll catch on.
All together, please.